What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on? Let me know if you guys can hear me. As you guys come in, let me know if you can hear me as you guys come in. All right, y'all can hear me. All right. So I don't want this video to be too long and drawn out. But we are going to get into a couple of things. Hello to everybody that is coming in the room. I greatly appreciate you all for being here. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, thank you all for being here. And with that being said, let me do a couple things. Let me greet y'all. What's going on, Mama Bees? What's up, Lee? What's going on, Phyllis? Baby Girl 1981, Aunt Natty, Jones, Lynn, Lee, Miss Lori. What's going on, y'all? All right, so y'all know how I feel about this Shankola Robinson case. And so I am definitely here to talk about it. So give me just a second here. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull these documents up. I had them on my phone, but I want to pull them up on my computer so that I can share them with you guys. All right, cool. Now let me go here. Hey, Kate Calloway, how are you? Which one is it? Is it the WC? WB? Let me keep looking. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry. No, that's not it. No, WC. WB TV. Okay. All right. Again, welcome to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for being here. All right, so this is perfect. It actually has the documents on the screen. So, all right. So this live won't be long. Again, like I said, plus I'm going I'm going live after this. You guys probably will never guess for what. But I do want you guys to tune in. I'm quite sure the house will be pretty packed. All right. Hey Bama girl. Hey Didi. No, I haven't ate anything yet. and I don't say that to, you know, I have just been super busy. Let's see. I ain't been to nobody's grocery store. No nothing. Oh, what's going on? Let's try this again. 1 second, y'all. Come on, please work. There we go. All right. That worked. Girl. Oh Lord, it's so much going on. Okay. All right. Let's get into the things of the things of the things. Let's get into this article. This article will be pasted in the description box of this video, but judge partially dismisses Shanquella Robinson's lawsuit filed against the FBI and the State Department. Charlotte, North Carolina, a federal judge on Friday dismissed part of a lawsuit filed by the family of Shanquella Robinson against the U.S. Department and the FBI, according to court records. A federal judge with the Western District of North Carolina on Friday, June the 13th, dismissed a portion of the lawsuit against the FBI and the State Department in connection with the 2022 death of a Charlotte, North Carolina woman, Shanquella Robinson. Robinson's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit in October of 2024, seeking damages for battery, negligence, conspiracy, and emotional distress, and more. Robinson, 25, died in October of 2022 while staying at a luxury villa in Cabo, St. Lucas with 6 other people. Video later emerged showing Robinson being attacked, and her family has long claimed her death was not an accident. All right. So the 6 who were on the trip with Robinson, which are now called the Cabo 6, were also sued in a lawsuit filed by Robinson's family. The judge did not say on Friday whether the lawsuit would also be dropped against those 6 people. Listen, my hope and my prayer is that it's not dropped against those 6 people, because those 6 people, y'all know how I feel about them 6 people. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, and give me 1 second. So as you guys can see, Salamandra Robinson, which is Shanquella's mother, has filed a lawsuit against Okay, let's see if it works. Has filed a lawsuit against, it was the State Department, the FBI, and the Cabo 6. Okay. Okay. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Jesus. Let me do this really quick, and then I promise we'll get into it. Let me see. Dun 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 dun. I want to find this because y'all know this week has been a mess. Okay. This week has been a mess. Do you hear me? A complete mess. So I wanted to make sure that we get into it, because y'all know this week I had to address what was going on. You know, people felt like I was being rude, I guess, or whatever, with my commentary that I made on Saturday regarding this. Just kind of letting everybody know that the lawsuit did exist and it did happen, you know. And again, it was a lot of people who were extremely upset, but I feel like they'll be okay. It wasn't intended to be that. So with that being said, I wanted to make sure that I bring you guys this information, because I told you I will keep you guys in the loop. Um uh, okay, hold on. I'm getting frustrated trying to do this. Okay, here we go. All right. Now I think I am ready. Okay, cool. I am now ready. So here is, well, that's the screen capture of this, but here is the lawsuit itself. So let's get into it. All right, so this is the order. We don't need to go through the background because I feel like we know what the background is. On November the 22nd of 2024, plaintiff filed the amended complaint in this court. The amended complaint again names the Inner Alana, the FBI, and the State Department as defendants, and states that the jurisdiction is proper and pursuant to North Carolina, and y'all see the number there. So they're basically talking about that. They give the facts of you know, her traveling to Cabo, St. Lucas. I want to get to the facts of. Okay. A records request seeking FBI information pertaining to Shaquilla Robinson was mailed in compliance with the Freedom Information Act. Okay. So they did get that on August the 31st of 2023. On September 28th of 2023, the FBI advised the representative records were exempted from disclosure, 5 USC, and then of course it gives more information. The factual allegations section of the amended complaint states no allegation pertaining to the State Department. However, in this cause of action section, the amended complaint states that the Mexican government submitted an extradition request to the State Department for one of the Cabo 6 defendants, and the State Department failed to forward the request to the Criminal Division Office and International Affairs as required. Okay, so it's letting you know that the ball was dropped, which is the reason why the lawsuit was filed. Okay, the ball was dropped, which is the reason why this particular lawsuit was filed. Now, based upon the foregoing allegations, plaintiff claims a cause of action against the Department of State for negligence. Plaintiff states that the Mexican government submitted an extradition request to the State Department for one of the Cabo 6 defendants, and the State Department failed to forward the request to the Criminal Division of International Affairs as required. Plaintiff claims that this failure has permitted international fugitive defendant Imani to avoid facing legal proceedings for the unaliving she committed in Cabo, St. Lucas, Mexico. Plaintiff also claims a cause of action against the FBI for negligence as well. Plaintiff claims that the FBI has the non uh, y'all see that word duty. It's gonna trip me up. I know what it is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to trip it up. To investigate unalivings of American citizens that occur overseas. Plaintiff claims that the FBI breached the duty by failing to respond to this investigation with the appropriate seriousness and urgency, which led to the erosion and destruction of evidence. Okay, remember I told y'all that there was a lot of stuff that was redacted, so they're considering that as evidence that has been, as you see here, destroyed. All right, let's keep going. I want to get to, if you guys want to see this lawsuit in full, you can definitely, for your purposes, you can definitely go to the link that I'm going to put in the description box for this, and I'll actually put it in a chat right now too. There you go. Okay, I want to get to the facts of why the judge made this decision. Is this it right here? Let me scroll down. Because as you guys can see, this has a lot of like legal jargon in it. An action shall not be instituted upon a claim against the United States for money damages or injury of loss of property or personal injury or death caused by negligent or wrongful act or omission of any employee of the government while acting. Okay, that's not what I want. The federal argument that the court lacks jurisdiction. Okay, here we go, I think. Okay, so the federal government, basically what the federal government did was they're basically saying like, hey, you know, because of the redacted information that they did not cooperate with, we didn't have enough evidence. Now we've gone over this several times that they didn't have enough evidence to actually give us anything that we needed. So what additionally happened here is the feds, they had or the FBI and the State Department, what they decided to do according to this lawsuit was they decided to file a motion to dismiss themselves from this lawsuit. In the motion for them to dismiss this lawsuit, they basically again reiterated the fact that they didn't have enough evidence to actually support what the family was doing. Also, in certain jurisdictions, they're saying that you cannot necessarily sue a government agency for money's worth, according to they put all these legal jargons here according to this particular lawsuit. Now, what I do want to read is the bottom of this here, which says the federal defendants further argue that the plaintiff's claim against the federal defendants must be dismissed because plaintiff did not exhaust administrative remedies under the FTCA Act. For the following reasons, the court agrees. As stated above, as with any waiver of sovereign immunity, the term of the FTCA must be strictly construed. Okay, a critical term for the FTCA waiver is the complaint may not bring suit under the FTCA until it has exhausted the administrative remedies. McNeil versus the United States. Accordingly, if the plaintiff files a lawsuit without the first presenting or without first presenting an administrative claim to the relevant federal agency, or if a suit is instituted before such time as the agency issues a final denial of such a claim, or 6 months have passed, the court lacks jurisdiction. So that's where they kind of go into the jurisdiction for lacking jurisdiction. Plaintiff alleged in the amended complaint that she presented timely notice of tort claims to the federal defendants. However, she did not allege that she exhausted administrative remedies, nor in the act did she. The government has submitted the declaration of the FBI employee William L. Harris, noting that the government has no record of receiving any purported administrative tort claim related to this manner. And so then here it says, it's kind of saying the same thing. And then it goes down here and it says the conclusion of this, in the sum of the reasons stated herein, the federal defendant's motion to dismiss is granted. And the therefore ordered that the federal defendant's motion to dismiss is granted. The plaintiff's claim against the federal defendants are dismissed with prejudice. The court will address the remaining pending motions to dismiss in a separate order. Now, in case if you guys don't know, they are asking the other Cabo 6, 4 out of the Cabo 6, which is Elise, Winter, Khalil, and not Nazir, the other one. Lord have mercy. But anyway, they filed, no, it's only 4 of them, so I think I'm right. They filed for a motion to have it dismissed because of the jurisdiction, and they want it transferred to Mexico. They want Mexico to pick it up. And so they filed for a dismissal. Now, this article, I don't know. I'm going to keep reading the article itself. I don't know if it states no charges filed against the Cabo 6, which we know about. FBI findings from February 2025. We talked about that in the last live. Okay, so this doesn't mention anything about Imani Green, aka Dejanay Jackson, who changed her name. But basically she filed a motion under her new name, Imani Green, to have more time to actually respond to the lawsuit. I don't know what the latest in that is. I haven't seen anything just yet. So I'm assuming that the judge will address that in a separate order. And you know, and we go from there. But basically, y'all, that is what's happening in this particular lawsuit. And I wanted to come on and make sure that I give you guys an update. It has, so again, the FBI and the state have been dismissed from this actual lawsuit due to lack of jurisdiction and a couple of other things. Again, they stated that they you know, provided all accurate resources as far as the evidence goes, but we know what that means. So anyway, with that being said, I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I just give you guys an update on what's going on, and I will be boots on the ground, steady, making sure that I give you guys those updates. All right, listen, if you are interested, I will be live here momentarily to discuss something else. Make sure you tune into that particular live stream if you'd like to, if you need a kiki or two. But with that being said, I do appreciate you guys, and again, as always, justice for Shanquella.